The number one rule of networking is go back and book second meetings with everybody that you had a first meeting with. This is the most important rule of networking. You've done all the hard work to get to that first meeting. You've got to book a second meeting. Now, I know you might be thinking, yeah, but the meeting, they weren't going to become a customer. They didn't seem like the right person. That's not the point. The magic happens in the second meeting. This is what makes business magic work. You've done the hard work, and the first meeting was just getting started with the relationship. Now, the second meeting is where the magic happens, and that's where they're either going to become a referral partner or possibly even a customer or a strategic alliance partner. But you've got to book that second meeting. Watch the magic happen. So I'm going to show you just now some tips and tricks on how to do this. But the most important thing is go back into your calendar, or if you're using My Most Trusted, use My Most Trusted, go back into those meetings that you have and reach out. And I'm going to give you an example of the wording that I use shortly. But what matters is you're going to see what I call the third principle come into effect. The third principle is this. The people that you reach out to, going back a year, 2 years, those first meetings that you have, about a third of them will respond and say, yes, let's have a meeting. They remember you, or they're open to your suggestions, or they like the wording of your connection message, etc. Don't bulk message them one by one, but be really personal. And about a third of them will book a meeting with you. The rest of them, don't worry about it. It's not meant to be. Or you can follow up later if you want. Then about a third of those meetings that you do have will end up either being customers or referral partners or strategic alliance partners. And you'll have many more meetings potentially with them down the line. But you got to book those second meetings. We're too focused on new meetings, new meetings, new meetings. No, go back and book those second meetings. Now, this is how I do it. So I use My Most Trusted, which is the little tool that I use. And what I do is I book a meeting with them and I connect with them on LinkedIn. You can use email if you prefer. Sometimes I use both email and LinkedIn to connect with someone. I use the same kind of message, and I'm going to show you the wording that I use, and you can feel free to use your own words. So I've kept a record of the meetings that I've had with the trusted connections that I have, and I create a little tag within the system, in this case 2025, so that I know I've attempted to reach out to them in 2025. And I go back one by one and I start meeting with them. And I don't do them all at once. I just do some slowly but surely, some at a time. Okay, let me quickly show you now an example of the kind of wording that I use. Okay, so this is a great guy that I met all the way back in 2019. It doesn't have to be a year ago. It can be 5 years ago. It doesn't matter. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. It was a really good guy. We had lunch with him and we just resonated. So this is the message I've sent to him. Hey, Ray, how are you, old friend? Wow, it's been ages since we had that lunch in Joburg way back when. Are you living in Amsterdam now? Because I looked at his LinkedIn profile. He seems to have moved to Amsterdam. I remember you had a fantastic wife who loved gaming as much as you do. I hope you guys are going great. I'd love a catch up to see where you're at. In these times, it's always important to keep connections with great people alive. Chat soon, buddy, Scotty. However you do it is up to you. But a really, really nice message. I'm going to copy this message and I'm going to also send it as an email to him. I can get his email off his LinkedIn profile or from my calendar way back when if I still have it. But the point is I've made that connection. And then I follow the third principle. And when that happens, magic happens. So what I suggest you do is go back, book those second meetings. Magic happens in the second meeting. Just do it. Watch what happens. It's a thing of great, great beauty. You're going to make great friends and great business contacts. In this world of AI and fakeness and people impersonating other people, look after the connections that you've already started, nurture them, and turn them into business magic.